On today's video, we're going to be installing this wheel main seal cover. In a previous video, we installed a seal. Now it's time to install the cover. We are using a Felpro gasket kit that came with the seal, and it's very simple. I'm going to try to film this the best I can to give you an idea of how to do it yourself. So first thing you want to do is wipe this clean. I done got this cleaned off. It's just kind of oily, but the oil will pretty well help the O-ring seal a little bit better. This plastic piece needs to be in here. It helps it center up on the crank when you install it. And your gasket needs to be on it too. But you can also drop your gasket in later from the bottom. Well, it would be the top, but let's go ahead and feed this down in here. Just like so. And get this plastic piece centered up on the crank. So our bolts don't touch yet. We got it centered up on the crank, on the plastic piece. If you can see, guys, we do got the gasket. It's coming up and around, just like so. Now you can start this with the bolts, but I found that sometimes I can't keep it in line with the bolts when I press it on. So I've been doing it like this. And now we can start a bolt or two. Now you can press it back onto the crank a little bit further. So now the plate is centered up. Once you push it back in, it does have a little movement. You can make it move, but it's just going twisting around. Make sure our gasket is lined up everywhere we need it. We can flip it back over now too, and check it out on the upside down side. If you look, our gasket is a little down right here. We can pick it up just a smidge. Now once you get this, you want to make sure it's level across the top right here. If you can get a good view, just right here, which we are. Sometimes you have to adjust it, but everything looks a-okay to me. You can take your little silicone and put down in this edge here. That sometimes help, but I think we just add it to the top of where the oil pan gasket goes, and we should be good. So I got a little bit of silicone. Let's go ahead and just put a little bit down in here. Now I said before, guys, little goes a long way, especially on silicone. Just put a little bit here too. Then we take us a clean little paint stick or something and smear that down in there. And you can see as we mash that, everything went up. We will smear this out with our fingers, wipe it off. Now we want it in the corner on the inside for a couple of reasons. We do got the blue from the gasket here, so let's feel, make sure it's pretty level. We can check it with a stick or something to make sure it's extremely level. Pretty well torque this down to 18. Now the next step, once you get everything cleaned back off, smeared, you can take a little paint stick, something level and straight, and just lay across here and make sure it's level on both sides. I mean, a little bit being off is not going to hurt it. So with level, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down to 216 inch-pounds, which is 18 foot-pounds, and snug it up in a crisscross pattern. You do not want to go torquing and then that one. You want to snug them all up, or at least most of them, and let the pan pull into itself. So this may not be a very detailed video, but hopefully some of the information helps out. If not, if you've been following along on this 6.0 build, you know it's a good update video. But everything's torqued down to 18 foot-pounds. The ones I couldn't get to, I kind of just used a wrench and snugged them up as tight as the ones that I could torque down. They feel about the same, so I say it's pretty well good. The seal is installed. Everything's centered up on the edges. Next step on this engine, probably the cam, the front timing cover and stuff needs done. Need to decide what route I'm going with that. So tons more content coming up on this engine and the other engines that I got. Like this engine that's going in the 3rd gen Camaro that's been painted. You can see tons of these videos on my channel, or if you want to just search for engine, you know, LS engine videos, I got a playlist dedicated to just LS stuff, so check that playlist out. So back to this engine now. I hope you enjoyed. If you did and you ain't already, get subscribed. Thank you for watching.